Right, hello everybody, and welcome back to ICR Tier 4 Round 2 here in Bahrain. We have got a full grid here tonight. Last week, it was Flynn who won on his debut in ICR, taking quite a, I wouldn't say commanding victory, but after the safety car he did take control of that race. No one could really get near to him. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the race will shoot tonight. Alper coming out here on the medium tyres. But Canestro here looks like he's the first car out on track on the softs. He actually was my driver of the day last week. Came from near the back of the grid. Got to the front, staying in the front. Although he didn't finish on the podium, I think he finished like 5th or something. He still had a really good race. And I thought he deserved to get my driver of the day because I thought he did have a good race. We've also got Stabby Boy. He's also out on track here in Alfa Romeo. We also have obviously Alper, as we saw earlier. We've got Arthur as well. We have got Flynn Iniesta out on track as well. Our winner from last week, and easy right now. Thomas is out as well. Fresh is out on track as well. Canestro was not far in front of everyone else, so we'll round about Canestro, see what lap he sets. Because I am interested to see what times everyone will be setting in the session today. But down to turn 1, braking as soon as possible. He is on the soft. Some drivers, it's quite half and half between the softs and the mediums. Some drivers opt for the softs, some drivers opt for the mediums. V getting out of the way there. He was, remember last week, he was the one who was leading the race for the majority. And then he hit the back of, was it Mark, I remember. And then lost his front ring, and he said his gaming ring had broke, so he got this whole session because he didn't move. So yeah, be interesting to see what he can do because he did have the pace. We know he could definitely do well today. The Canestro's had a pretty clean lap so far. No errors so far. Obviously he is coming up to, there's a few, there's like 2 corners that can kill you in this track. He's coming up to one of them now, the right hander here. If you go in this curve, you can just get sent spinning. Any of one is at the end, just after the end of sector 1, after the right hander to the left hander. You can go in that curve again, you can spin, go into the wall. Canestro now coming to the final corner of the lap. Let's see what lap he will set in this session. He sets a 1:27.3, which he put himself fastest of the session. Stabby Boy will be the next set lap. He's on the mediums, so it will be very interesting to see how much his lap compares to Canestro's. He gets in the final corner, taking a lot of the curb there, opening DRS, and he sets a 128.4. Alper is going to set a 128.2. E.T. Ryan sets a 127.2. Arthur sets a 127.8. Flynn sets a 126.7. Wow, what a lap that was. Thomas sets a 127.9. Fresh is going up to the line now. He sets a 128.146 alongside his teammate. There's a Briney's going up to the line now. He sets a 127.2, puts himself 3rd on the grid. There's a Ferrari and ICR, and he's going to the line now. And there's an AlphaTauri DBR, he's going up to the line now. What's the laps he going to set? He goes 11th, so far with 28.7. He might have made a mistake on that lap. Salmon 37M is coming up now. Low on fuel, so his car is going to be a bit lighter. Goes 5th. saying the exact same time as Crimnestro. Someone's just set up there. Ties, I think, with that. Saying a lot. Hazard is to start his lap. Mark is will be the next person to set a lap time. That hasn't already. Unless Savage is going for a quick lap and he's not as out there going for another lap. I don't think so. V is not on the lap. I remember he was behind. Ryan might be setting a lap here. Here comes Mac though. Look through the final corner. He goes 12th for 28.3. Patrick goes 13th for 28.4. DBR's 6 times up on his sector 2 time here. That would put him up to maybe in the top 10. If he can improve any more, then it will go higher. Let's see what DBR can do. He should actually pit. Oh. I'm not on the lap here, we'll see what he sets in terms of time. Also himself, he didn't have a great race in Australia. I think he just returned to pit lap 1 after a tough start. Especially that Kirby lifts off massively, goes wide, and purple sector 2, I don't know if the game's telling the truth, there could obviously lift off. We will ride on board to see if he actually does set a quick time. If Ryan set another time, I think he's going to be quicker, but just not finding enough time to improve on his lap enough to get to the end. Aronofsky's going to come across the line here to go P6. With the lift off, you have to see. You could see, you could have gone quicker then. Trey's coming in now. Up to the final corner, round the final corner, out the final corner. Let's see what lap he'll set. He goes P10 in 27.9, knocking ties down to 11th. Ooh, that's the box. And he's just had a spin there. Doesn't appear he's got any damage, but that was a massive spin from the driver that got second last week, actually. I think he just spun. Yeah, I think I know what he spun. Trey's on another one. He might not be on another lap here. Brian hasn't pit yet since he set that first lap, so yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what the hell is going on with my class. We'll find someone to run a board with. There is literally no one to run a board with. Sorry about that off here. We'll run a board with him, see what time he sets. I would like to see how long it's actually in the session if the old Zero 42 display. There's people in and people past, which is going on the other flags. He set a purple sector 1, 7 tenths up on his sector 1 from his first time. 8 minutes left in the session. And now we're going to see another influx of laps, like we did in the first 3 minutes, as he did a break interval, obviously broke interval, quite heavily. Is now up the sort of hill, you could say, like an elevation change. And round the right hand again, as I said earlier, avoiding that curb, and causing the spin. 1.6 seconds up on his sector 1 time. Always sector 2 time, sorry. Obviously, if you remember, he was on mediums, I just remembered that. So he's going to have big gains here. But this could put him in contention for pole here. This could put him into the front row. Savvy Boy is going to come up to the line here. And let's see what time he does set. It is pole, and it is by 3 tenths. And I wonder what the other front runners are thinking right now. Because he just came out of nowhere with that lap. Fresh is on the lap currently as well. Let's see how he does on his lap. Everyone has set a time apart from 2 drivers so far. Fresh could go quite high up here. He's going to go P2. Everyone is in, well not everyone, but most, well, 2 drivers so far have been proved to go into the front row. Bahrain goes into 4th now. A lot of movement at the front here. Arthur's on the lap, let's see what he can do. I think he said he was up by 5 tenths on sector 2. He's going to come to the line here. He's going to go 5th. Connects to the side of the lap. Someone's just going. Alpez has gone into 7th there. Welcome in, your boy Lewis. How are you? Who's just gone high there? Max has gone 2nd. The 26 seconds. I ain't got to change my battery to my controller, 1 sec. His tires has gone 6 as well. We've got these set up there. The ones just went high up, I believe. Patrick's just gone 10th last week. Captain Patrick has just gone 10th here. So, only one driver not to the lap right now is Hazard NFO. See how he can, if he can finally set a lap soon. But Flynn's on a lap here. And he's gonna go P2. Obviously was first before Sabby took that from him, but showing his pace and he's getting very competitive at the top here. Who else is on a lap? Hazard's on a lap here still. We'll see where he can put his car. Like I said, the only driver not set a lap yet. And he's going to come to the line. Except he sets lap P5, same time as Bahrain. And Kieran out of nowhere took pole. Provisional pole. Out of nowhere. The prancing horse. Taking P1 for now. Ryan goes P6. Improvement on his lap. And it's very close to the top. 5 tenths separating P1 to P10. Ferrari are actually doing very well currently. Flynn is not on a quick one. Brian, yeah, that's what he's last for. Yeah, Ferrari 1 of 4 right now. Not a bad qualifying for them by any means. As everyone pits now, getting ready for the final lap with 4 minutes remaining in the session. Get those last set of softs on. Because everyone's set a time on softs apart from V. Obviously, if you're outside top 10, you will be able to on whatever time you choose. But Fresh is on an outlap right now. P5 currently. One of the only few drivers out on track on outlaps. His teammate also currently on track in P19. See what Fresh can do. Because anyone really in the top 10 is in running for pole. Because if they can gain a lot of time, you know, as I said, 5 tenths separating P1 and P10. If you can gain 5 tenths from Alpine, anyone really, so you're in contention for pole. But it will be interesting to see what Fresh can do. Only 2 tenths off pole with Kieran. Someone down is a lap here. one more than soon his teammate started a lap. I think his teammate can do also P19 currently. Up to 10th. So got to 11, sorry, it's 9 attempts. So, see how you can do. Might go back on board refresh soon. We'll give Thomas a bit of a showing 3 times up on his sector 1 time. By the time he goes to the line, there's a lot of time left for refresh anyway. Aaron Ocker's also in a lap. He's in P16. It's now a lot of drivers are starting to file out on track here. So the track will get a lot more busy, but that doesn't really matter for Thomas. He won't really run into any traffic. He's kind of already in front of all the pit entry. Coming into the end of sector 2 now. Set to 157, 5 times up on his current, on his old sector 2 time. So good lap so far for Thomas. 2 minutes left in the session. Yeah, now everyone's out on track. Basically. Off maybe. As now running up to the line, puts himself P14. Head all the way back up to fresh now. Wasn't up by, didn't improve much, and he's 10 tenths down. And mistake then in sector 2 is a lot of people. Bomb out on track. And we're not on. It's himself 14th. Nestor is gonna lap in Fresh's qualifying is over now. Been a mistake on his lap and hit, so he won't be staying under a lap time. Very unfortunate for him, his Nestor goes 11th now. Mack though, here he is. The Ferrari. One of the prancing horses, currently doing well actually. Got anyone close to the line or not? Simon, he's 6 times up on his sector 2 time. Let's see where he can put his car. He's gonna go P6. Very good lap from the Aston Martin car driver. It's not car. Flynn is now on the lap again. It's now basically everyone is on laps. And this is going to be very hard for me to keep up with people saying laps. It's DBR. He is saying a lap currently. So I'm up on the spin. But Mack now. He's only a 10th up, which won't really, I don't think will be enough, but if he can gain any bit in this final corner, he would love that. I think Hazard's retired now, he's in P8. Where will he end up in qualifying? But here comes Mack. Across the line. Mack goes pole for now. But we do have everyone else in contention around. Flynn's up on his sector 1 time. Everyone, anyone could get pole right now. Ryan in the Red Bull. But currently it is Max. Ties goes 7th. Alpez is in front of Ryan, but Alpez is going to pull into the 3rd. He'll be starting P11 at best. Ryan goes P4. Flynn is up, not by much. And will it be enough to put himself into P1? I think Ryan is just going 8th. Flynn takes pole! He has took pole. But Kieran is still saying his lap. And Kieran was the man that took the pole away from Flynn earlier. Can he do it again? He can't. He's improving his lap, but not enough. And Stabby's. But V, out of nowhere, has took pole. Out of nowhere, V has took pole here in Bahrain, and that is qualifying over. What a qualifying! Top 7. Also for about 3 times. Patrick, I don't know where he came from. He got 7th in the end. But what a qualifying for V on pole. I thought Flynn had it. I didn't realise there was anyone else saying a lap, to be honest. A nice qualifying finish. What a qualifying. At the death. At the death, V takes pole. Red Bull gives you wings and gives you poles as well. So that is your qualifying over. V taking pole, Flynn in P2, Mac P3, Kieran P4. Look how close that top four is, all less than a tenth. Ferrari are in a good spot here, third and fourth. You got Stabby Boy in P5, Ryan P6, Patrick P7, Fresh P8, Sam P9, and Bryony running out the top 10. P11 goes to Ties. P12 goes to Hazard, P13 Alper, 14th is Cronestro, 15th Alpha, 16th is the Box, 17th is Trey, Aaron Ocon 18th, Thomas 19th, and rounding off the grid is DBR. I'm just going to say right now, that is really close. Like, from 1st to 20th, separated by 9 tenths. From 1st to 12th, I think, 13th, 5 tenths. Like, that is close. I mean, considering how close they were, just like, from 1st to 4th, it was obviously going to be close. But it looks like everyone outside the top 10 might start mediums here. The one going in incidents. But we'll wait and see. I think everyone starting outside the top 10 starting on mediums is a good idea. I think mediums is a good tyre choice. So it will be no one in the top 10 qualified on mediums. I know that for a fact. So it'll be interesting to see. Oh no, Cronessro's changing to hards. I wouldn't start hards. I don't find hards that good. I think hards are quite bad, to be honest, but Cronessro is going to start on them. And now the formation lap is the beginning. We'll change up to position change after lap 1 to see who is getting the most positions and who is not. But here is your race leader from qualifying V, saying a great lap out of nowhere. Flynn P2, we know the pace that Flynn has. These two will be very exciting to watch battle. These two, Flynn won last week, but V controlled the race all before the safety car, and then when he had the mistake with his gaming rig that caused him to crash into the back of this man, Mac. This would be a very interesting battle between V and Flynn, and I could see having like just a really good battle to watch. As a Mac in P3 and Kieran P4, the two Ferraris on the second row, a very good qualifying from the prancing horse, the Tifosi. Stabby Boy in P5. I don't think he raced last week. Good way to return, and Brian P6, Patrick P7. I think he had a good race last week, if I remember. Fresh P8. I raced with Fresh last season. A very quick driver. It will be interesting to see how Fresh can perform today. Simon in P9. I remember him last season. He can do well, have a good race. And Bryony, the last soft winner. P10, there is a pit stop again. Ties in P11 on mediums. Hazard as well, P12 on the mediums. Alper in P13 on the mediums. Ernesto P14 on the hards. Arthur has been qualified. He's on the mediums as well. Zabolks on mediums. He had a great race. He had a good race. And yeah, he had a good race last week. Trey P17, Aaron Ocon P18, Thomas P19, and DBR is in P20, running off the grid. And rounding off the rundowners, Hazard and the Bolts have been disqualified as well. So Arthur's tyres are going to be cold, and yeah, a lot of cars in front of each other here. As they come to the grid, V lining up on pole, Flynn will be lining up on his inside. Very important. V will probably most likely try and cover that inside, because if Flynn gets a good start, he's on that inside. he will probably try to get up the inside of V. We wait for all the cars to line up, and they have. Can I get a good camera angle? I can. As he goes to 5 red lights, it's lights on and where we go, and V gets a really good start here. Thomas has picked up a drive-through penalty, and Kieran is up the inside of Flynn. Flynn has been overtaken by one Ferraris. Max not had a great start. He's already down a few positions from P3 to P5 already. Ryan's had a great start, and as Simon's been spun, and he's down the order now, but Kieran up into P2, Flynn down into P3. As his movements everywhere, Stabby and Max trying to keep him on the outside. He does not want to give this position up to Stabby, but Stabby takes P5, and Max not had a great start here. Is movement everywhere down the bottom. Volks has got Thomas. I saw other movements, I think, between Alper and Canestro. Canestro's up into P11 now. But yeah, Stabby boy, and Mark having a great contact there. But V retains the late lead from Flynn. I think you could tell that V got a much better getaway than Flynn. He took I don't know, I wouldn't say it took a while to get going, but I think it was just the reactions. And you can see Kieran got past him pretty quickly as well. Bryony and Simon, both from inside top 10, are now down into P20 and P17, but Hazard spun. I think he was going to set the side with TBR. But now going down into the corner, Kieran is pretty close, but we saw some of these drivers with very good ERS management. Obviously DRS won't be enabled to lap 3. So even if they are close, it's all on the straight line speed, all the setup, and Kieran, he's closing up a bit, but obviously not enough to make the moves. We see some people pit. Bryony is a bolt, and Thomas all pitting. Canestro's got past Arthur now. Canestra on the hard, Arthur on the medium. It's Patrick and Tyes might have made contact there. As Patrick's been spun, I think he was in P8 now, down into P13. But yeah, a hectic start really. But V will be happy with the start he got, retaining that P1. Kieran as well, a happy chap with the start he got. Kunestro's got 5 positions so far. Aaron Ocon up 6th position, Patrick down 6, Bryony down 9, Hazard down 8. Good start for some, not for some others. Oh, it's V! Loses. Oh, we caught the car there. Hazard is out. Will that trigger a safety car? It has triggered a virtual safety car. Please don't be a safety car. Because I hate seeing through safety cars as a commentator. No one likes it. It looks like it might say the VSC spun what Mazepin did in real life last season. Car had been taken out. And yeah, I don't think there'll be a safety car. Yeah, as long as the drivers V will be very happy with that version of safety car, because we saw him there. He lost the car a bit. The car wiggled a lot. We saw from the camera point of view, and he had to just quickly catch it. And luckily he did. Alper and Patrick pit there. I don't know if Alper had damage or not. V is still probably to just maintain the delta. Flynn will definitely want to try and get back up at these guys, because since he got past Kieran, since Kieran got past him, he hasn't really been able to battle. Kunestro's got a drive for penalty now for speeding, and Kieran has got a lot better restart than V, and there was a bit of contact there. As DRS has been enabled now, Kieran could be under pressure from Flynn here. As I think as Kieran did touch the back of V, he slowed down a lot more. But this is where this top 6 battle will just get very interesting now with DRS. The DRS showing itself form, V will be a very sitting duck on the straight with no DRS and just ERS and straight line speed from his car. As there's a spin in the background, and I think that was Trey. And there was another one. Canestro is spun as well. But back at the front, this is where all the action's going to be. for the next couple of laps. Quick around some grass. Oh, there we go. Kieran up the inside of V. He's gonna make the mistake, and big contact there. As Flynn's trying to get past V now. Ryan's trying to get past Flynn. Is Fresh and Mac goes to the other side in the background. As Mac loses out to Fresh now, as there's yellow flags for back, and that's for Trey again. There's another off. But look at this. This is what I was on about. This is where the action's going to be. A lot of fighting going on. As Brian says, quickest opposite race so far, but he's in 19th, so it won't. 17th now for the stops and stuff. So it won't really matter for the point. Yeah, the soft runners are in a land of their own right now, the top 7. Ties is also in kind of a land of his own in the medium. The first medium run. Aaron up went up to P10 now. He's had a good start. And now we can see Ryan's Flynn's a lot closer to V than Ryan is close to Flynn. And V will obviously have DRS this time, but I think Flynn's so close. Kieran's actually getting a good gap to V. But V's got a lot more ERS than Flynn, but here comes Flynn. He's going to go the inside of V. Kieran might get overtaken by Flynn here. He hasn't. Kieran did move a bit there to try and cover it off it, but it did happen. V trying to do the switchback maybe on Flynn. He's going to hold it around the outside. But can't hold it, obviously will have DRS, because he did have DRS earlier. But he didn't have the best of exits to keep up a move there. Now they regroup again. See, he's not using as much ERS as the other drivers. Like Flynn's using a lot of ERS. Max got past Fresh again, but Fresh has got past Matt. I think that might have been a legal overtake, because it looked like he just gave the position back. It made him feel like a fair overtake. But yeah, Kieran is doing well. Obviously, he can maintain a gap through the corners, but when he gets to the straight to DRS, then that gap gets closed. So when you're the leader, you really want to try and aim for a 1 second gap, obviously, so they don't get that DRS. But it's hard to. It's Flynn's now really putting pressure on. Kieran is Fresh as spun, and that's what reset the track. But he has spun there, and that's the car I was on about in qualifying. That's going to have that's already caught a few people out today. And it might just carry on catching people out. But here comes Flynn now. Kieran. He can't put up a fight. It's going to get him as Trey's now out of the race. Will that trigger a safety car? Oh, as V goes into the back of Kieran there. I don't think he picked up damage on that, but he lost it back in there, so might give his teammate a sniff of a chance for P3 here. And he has it. There's another spin. It's like Briney's now spun there. And now there's a safety car. Because I think of Briney spinning, there's now a safety car being released. 6 laps in, and it's been a very exciting race. But yeah, Flynn back up to, well, because they're back up to the one, he didn't stop P1, but back up to the top 2 after not really doing amazing. Having a bad start. But this will allow some of the drivers to hit now a lot earlier maybe than what they were going to pit. So we will wait and see to see what tyres they'll put on. Probably most of them, some of them might pit on hard. Only 23 laps left in the race, so hard on mediums. If maybe they go medium to soft, or soft again to medium, we'll have to wait and see. But V might be in a bad position here, because obviously he's behind his teammate Ryan. Same with Mac, but they have a bit of a gap. So yeah, V's gonna have to stay out. Will Mac stay out? Mac is not gonna stay out. As Fresh is out. What has happened with Fresh there? Aaron Ocon's picked up a 5-second time penalty for a vehicle collision with Fresh. Did they make contact, I wonder? On the safety car, because his car is parked in the middle of the track. Flynn, Kieran, Stabby, Ryan, all the mediums. Matt opting for the hards. Tyes and Arthur stayed out on the mediums. DVR stayed out on the mediums as well. He's out ahead of Flynn. I'll see if anything's been said in the tier 4 chat about what just happened with Fresh. With V, he's having a thing in Australia again, didn't it, where he stayed out, wouldn't have to go. Yeah, stage off will be ending like the next lap, so that'll be good. Safety cars are going, but yeah, Mac and Patrick and Aaron Ocon up to the hards, and most drivers opting to pick the mediums, which is, in my opinion, probably the correct decision, probably. I'm interested to see what happened. Well, I'm interested to hear what happened with Fresh and Aaron. Okay. It's Flynn. Wait, Flynn's out. Flynn's out. I had not been paying attention, and I am beating myself up for that because Flynn is now out. I don't know what happened with Flynn. I don't know what happened with Flynn. Did he was at the wall, so I don't know if he's maybe tried to avoid something and then he hit the wall, or whether he's like I don't know. But not great for him, and that's gonna be Sleep to go coming this lap, maybe Breeze or Gray if he's coming this lap. But that probably for V is really good for him because it means that he will have someone to go against now. sorry about that. No one came in the room. So, I mean, I was trying to just catch the action then. A lot happened there. I don't know what happened with the box. But, yeah, stabby boy. Kieran had a good start, and he's actually stabby with V. V on those old worn softs will not be able to put much of a fight against one of these quicker medium runners. The prize now is Finn Halpin, stabby boy. He's just go past Arthur and Ryan now. Might be looking to get past Arthur. Most ties in Arthur, V haven't played yet. Ooh, as Arthur I think had contact with Ryan there. There's another the other five things is for the vaults. Mac in P8 and Aaron in P9 still. There's now ties as Star closing up. Simon's got past Aaron now. Oh, as Thomas has made a bit of a dive on there and Aaron one. Almost actually worked there. But yeah, V's nearly a second off Kieran. He will have to bit to get off these softs. But I just don't think he doesn't have the pace to catch up to keep up with these guys. But Ty's here and you've been on these mediums for 9 laps, and Tim's V with his softs, and he could definitely try and get me. His bolt is now out. Who's had on the pit, in the pits. Will V pit though, because the more he's out, the more time he's going to lose, and yeah, he's going to pit this lap. Stabby boy though is looking to get past. Oh, what the hell? He is going to get past. His Ryan might have a look here. He might get Tyson on the outside. He is. DBR spun. DBR has spun there. And I don't know what happened there. No, not got any rest left, but Simon's gone very wide there. He picks up another one, give him 3 seconds. Is Thomas going to stay up the inside? He is. So Simon's going to let him pass. As he's cut another corner. Simon is just cutting corners for a bit there. But Kieran is having a fun time at the front here. If Ryan can get past Stabby boy, maybe Kieran, or maybe Ryan can make a bit of a raise up, because it doesn't seem like Stabby boy can keep up. But we're seeing Bo because Garrus is enabled, and I feel there's a high chance that Stabby boy won't be in P2 at turn 1 on lap 12. I just have a weird feeling. Because, yeah, here comes Ryan. Easy move for Ryan. Patrick gets Simon nothing before he ran into the pursuers. Mark is now battling Thomas. I don't know where Thomas came from, but Mark is battling away with Thomas now. On the outside, on the curve there. Risky. That curve can spit you out. Yeah, Mac on those hards, not really enjoying the life against Thomas. He's on the softs, kind of being a bit of a nuisance, I guess, to Mac. This Simon up there, both retrieving from the pistols. Barney, Simon and up at the back. V and 12 obviously have to pin. DBR. P11 Patrick. Oh, that's not good for Thomas. Well, that might give Aaron up a bit of a chance to try and get past Thomas here. I thought my going into the wall, they did catch it obviously. Good job there is wide, because if that wall was if that wall was close, then yeah, it would not have been great for pass driver. Would not have been good. But Thomas is close right back up to Mac now, is he? Stuff compared to hard, they're going to be a lot quicker. He did give Mac a bit of a bump. Stabby boy is close. Thomas is going to get past Mac, it's going to be in the background. And he's going to get him. Came across quite aggressive there, made me sound like a bit cunt on him, but Matt's got a really good exit on him. He has DRS. He didn't get a great exit. Sorry by Ryan about it here. Ryan's going to stay in P2. He's sorry boy. Things go over it. I should really just say stabby boy. Oh boy. That's stabby. Being Mac, I don't know. The hards can be like this. It's, you know, obviously against softs they're going to be a lot slower. I don't really, when I'm driving on the hards, I don't enjoy the hards. I found them quite a rubbish time. I mean, Thomas is the only driver out on the softs right now. So, yeah. Yeah, these two are battling at the front currently. The only really people battling at the front is somebody and Brian. Will we see Aaron up and getting the move? Maybe. In the straight, he's close to Mac. He just doesn't have that ERS management. Mac got 70%, he's at 3. He probably will run out of ERS at the end of the straight. He has. He has DRS, so he has slipstream. But that ERS can be vital. He's going to dive at the inside here. There's a yellow flag from Netro spun. Mac trying to fight back. He will get DRS, and I can definitely. He's going to run up on some DRS, so. Oh, and Mac goes into the back of Aaron up on there. Don't think any damage for the Ferrari. Back to 2 and 3. But they are not. Finally currently put Stabby though on the straight. Well of DRS. Ryan will not. 15 laps to go. See what happens. Kieran though coming, P1. Having the time of his life. No worries. But anyone really. Yeah, we'll see if Matt can really overtake Aaron up on maybe. He stayed with him here. So it'll be interesting to see if he can. There's Thomas's pin now. 6 laps on those softies. Enough for him. But Mac is not close enough, but now Aaron Ocon will not be picking up DRS from Thomas, which is not very good for Aaron. Because he kind of needs that DRS. Because if he didn't get that DRS, he might be a bit. Screwed. Patrick is also catching up to these two because so keep an eye on Patrick. The other front is really just now what's going on in the front. Tyres and Alpha still 4th and 5th on mediums they start the race on. And then you've got Aaron Ocon and Mark. Patrick's got caught up to Mark very quickly here actually. V is behind these guys. It's Patrick. I mean, I think I might have been like that. I don't know. Fresh in this session. But yeah, not really anything happening. And a bit stale. At this point in the race. Literally barely anything going on. Might could, I don't know, might get. I mean, he didn't get on up and he has the other straight in a few corners after where he has DRS, but he might go for here on the outside. Tries to switch back, doesn't work. Just wait for the DRS. We've seen him get a good exit here, but this straight is quite a short one. But is he going to make it on the outside? I'm not going to use that, gets a curving bit of wheel touching. Might get to move done. Patrick is now primed and ready to maybe try and catch Aaron Ocon. Aaron Ocon will have DRS, so Patrick might not be able to get them. But Mark is holding out okay to Aaron Ocon. Everything seems okay. It doesn't seem like anything. I think Patrick will be alright to get Aaron Ocon. Oh, we didn't get the best of exits there. But maybe Patrick can with his bit far. Aaron Ocon, he's got no ERS again. Gonna go the inside of Mark again. Mark's gonna brake a lot later than him. That's a bit. I don't know about that one. He turned. He didn't start. He think he turned right, kind of split straight to. Maybe he was trying to push the Mark off track there. Patrick's gonna get Mark. I don't know about that from Aaron Ocon. Mark's gonna maybe try and get past. Actually, it's hard really. I mean, you know. We'll see what Mark thinks of that maybe later. In the Discord. Oh, now Mark goes off there. Now that's all happened, there's nothing to come to. Maybe Patrick can try and go past Aaron Ocon. But we'll have to wait and see. He is keeping up with him here. He has much more ERS in him. Even in his finals difference. More than Aaron Ocon a bit. He's gonna have DRS. He's gonna have slipstream. He's gonna get the pace. And he's gonna get the move done on Aaron Ocon. But Aaron Ocon will get DRS on this straight. And now Patrick's gonna just try and weave a bit to break the slipstream, but not too much. So he's gonna keep the position, but for how much longer? It's sorry, boys. Still, he's been stuck behind Ryan like this kind of distance for ages. Will he finally get the move done? We'll have to wait and see. I don't know what's going on. But Aaron Ocon's losing a bit to Patrick. Patrick's got a bit of pace. He has got a bit of pace. He's catching up to Arthur very quickly. But Arthur's on 17 level medium, so he might be just trying to go through a one-stop from medium to soft, which would leave him quite quick at the end. But if we saw the late safety car, then that would kind of ruin his plans, because everyone else would be able to do what he was having to do anyway. He's actually going to fit. Oh. And that leaves tyres out on track. He's the only person who started the race on the tyres and still on those tyres currently. Yeah, not much is going on right now. After being in first, okay, maybe you could get the win, but then having to stay out because Ryan was pitting. V hasn't really been able to use his tyres to get back up to the front 5 seconds off Mark. It'll be interesting to see if he will probably be praying for a safety car, because if there's a late safety car, that would bring him back into the race tremendously. But Aaron Ocon did pick up another 3 seconds time from the only 3 drivers with penalties in this race. Again, you can see like with the gaps to each drivers, they're quite spaced out. There's only like a a few that are less than a second. One of them is right down here for P9, Thomas. And Arthur's just going out the pits, obviously on the softs. He'll be a lot quicker than Thomas is on the hards. Like, deja vu, because Thomas was on the softs earlier, obviously people on the hards. That was Arthur's turn to do that. And back to Stabby Boy. This must be what is happening. It's close to Ryan, then not close enough. His tyres now pits. He'll be going with stuff as well. Oh, and that's not good for Patrick. Sorry, it's Patrick now in P4. Looked like a good race for Alfa Romeo. In terms of the team I drive for this season. So, I'm kind of happy. But yeah, the top three. I would say the top three doesn't land in a row, but Kieran's kind of I've got a bit of a gap. No one's been able to close that gap to Kieran, so for some drivers like V, it's going to be amazing. For some drivers like Kieran, it's going to not do what they want. And there is a yellow flag, and is that Stabby? Stabby's spun, and that's not what he wanted. I think he's in the gravel trap, so he might not hit the wall, so he won't have damage. But he's on 11 seconds off Ryan, and not great. And he's now slowing his team down a bit. He might move over here to let his teammate pass, but I don't think he would have picked up damage. Unless he made contact with someone now. Doesn't look like he's got damage, or he might still stay out and just be a rare gunner for Patrick. Because Patrick looks quick. Patrick looks pretty pacey. And Aaron Ocon will be closing up to Stabby. Trying to find his way into the top 4, maybe top 3. But Stabby might just try and defend for him, unless if it's now, maybe go for softs. But I don't think, I do think he'll pit. Now Aaron Ocon can try and find Patrick and Matt in P5, probably V in P6. V's only, what, 5 seconds off podium place maybe, so let's see, maybe get into the podium spots. As Arthur set the fastest off of the race. He's now behind tyres. He was in front of him, and now he's still in front of us. But yeah. These are 3.5 seconds. 8 laps remaining. This race is coming to a close very soon. It will be interesting to see who will finish in the top 3. Coming in with it will be Kieran, Ryan or Patrick, but we don't know. Because Kieran could spin, Ryan could spin, Patrick could spin, Aaron Ocon, he could spin, Graham could spin. Anything could happen. It could be a late safety car. Stabby Boy now, obviously on the softs, he's going to be a bit pacey. He's closing up to Thomas. He's already been passed by another new software of Arthur. He might be getting passed by another, and Simon's really behind this. Looks like he's been stuck behind Thomas, and everyone keeps spinning, just keep getting in front of him, or maybe overtaking the nail, overtaking Thomas, and he can't do anything. But yeah, well, there's nothing, no really action at the front. Watch Stabby as he tries to revive his worries a bit. He gets past Thomas. What's P9 and now V is only 3 seconds off. Simon's only got Thomas. Okay, Ryan's so close to the gap a bit to Kieran, but it's just like not really a lot. So I don't think think Kieran's going to get caught up anytime soon. And I think Kieran will maintain that P1. There's a bit of a train here between Simon, Thomas, Alper and Bryony. And it will be interesting to see how these guys will do. Sorry, boy, it takes the fastest lap now. He's at 9 as Thomas is gonna get really close to Simon. He's not gonna go to the inside, he's thinking about maybe. He actually still has got the chance, but they make a bit of contacts. Alper now has got the chance to try and take P11 from Thomas. They're fighting for, in some people words, the wooden spinners. Crinestro's out. Will that trigger a late safety car? I wonder. It would seem like not for now. We have seen someone retire from there already, and there wasn't a safety car. So it seems like Kieran, the worst nightmare might not be happening in a safety car. Unless there's like another yellow flag that just pops up randomly now, there won't be a safety car. There is. Yep, no safety car. The safety car would have been tight to see, to be honest, brings everyone close together and just basically the racing just in the last 5 laps, but don't know. No, there wasn't one. But there's literally not really anyone banning each other right now. It's kind of the sis train who are, as I said earlier, fighting for the wooden spoon of a point. Which, you know, I don't really mind. A point is, you know, good. Anywhere in the points is a good position. Alper's, ooh, is the Alper going to be out? No. He managed to hit the wall with the rear of his car, which probably saved him. Bryony's going past Thomas now. Ooh, Alper. That was not what he wanted. V is actually now, finally, after 12 laps, it's got up to Mac. Can we see V maybe try and take... 5 laps remaining. He would need to overtake Mac and Aaron Ocon and Patrick to get P3. That would be pretty tough. And he has got penalties. But what else do I see? He's only 7% away. Mac will not have DRS and has not much ERS compared to V. But we see V doesn't really use his ERS much. And you can see why, because he doesn't really need to. He's going to go up the inside area of Mac. And there's a yellow flag. There's that stabby body spun there. It was, I believe. And now, V has got past Mac. And now, pointing down Aaron Ocon. He definitely, actually, he could get Patrick here. He could definitely get a Patrick. And that would be very good for Red Bull. A double podium for Red Bull. He's only 8 tenths of far up now. Alper's going to go into softs now for the final 4 laps. Could try and take fastest lap off. I believe it's... I want to say... I don't know. What the time is? Fastest lap is Stabby Boy. But yeah. He's now only 5 cents off Aaron Ocon, and Aaron Ocon just looking to get a bit like uncomfortable. Now he's got someone like giving him pressure a bit, maybe, I don't know. Because Aaron Ocon hasn't had a lot of ERS this race, and V, as I said, doesn't use it. He uses it on the exit, doesn't use it on the straight, and flies past him. Lap 26 or 29 now. Got 2 second gap to Patrick. Can he close that to be getting the final podium place? but then he wouldn't have to build a major gap to Patrick. I don't know how many penalties, what his penalties are. He has 6. Right, that's interesting. We'll have to wait and see now what he does, how he can, if he can get past Patrick, or P3, the final podium spot. We're going to round ball with these guys probably for the final few laps here to see whether they can catch up to Patrick. The gap is 1.4 seconds, 1.3. It will be an interesting finale for the final spot. Patrick's had a really good race, like hats off to Patrick. I don't know where did he start? He started P7. He had a good qualifying, and he's managed to just have a good race. Currently, if I had to think about it, my 2 drivers' days would either be Aaron Ocon or Kieran. I think them 2 have had brilliant races. Kieran didn't start poorly, started I think P4. Had a great start, and he's just been at the front all race, no mistakes, no errors, and he's done well. Aaron Ocon started I think P18 it was. He's made it front to the forward and did what Kunestra did last weekend, where he's gone on the hard and kind of just been on them for ages, and been at the front, fought the leaders, and then maintained his pace to sort of stay with them, but not to the point where he's battling them, just where he's like in position, in contention for that position. V now has caught up with him DRS to Patrick on lap 27. Out 29. Now he will have to get a 6-second gap to Patrick within basically 2 laps, because he will probably pass him onto lap 28. This is gonna be a very interesting ending to just see how V will do. Now we're on the final corner. Patrick is weaving a bit there to just try and break the switch and break the toe, but it doesn't matter, V's is going to get past him. And like, no one's been able to put a fight up against V, probably because Patrick, Aaron Ocon and Mac have all been on 20 lap old hards. Kieran and Ryan also. Oh, Kieran's got a puncture! Kieran has got a puncture! No! 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 That is heartbreaking. I can't believe that. Kieran has got a puncture on basically what is the final lap of the race, and that is absolutely devastating for the Ferrari driver. He's led so much of this race, and just for it to be just gone within a puncture. We could see Ryan maybe get a puncture, because he's been on those mediums at the same time as Kieran, and Kieran is now just watching his whole race fade away. It looks like it could be a Red Bull 1-2, but we don't know, because Ryan, if he's had the same tyre management as Kieran, could be in so much bother. But just, I rode on board him and I just saw the flat tyre. I was like, I kind of have to give my drive of the day probably to Patrick or Aaron Ocon. I think I might give it to Patrick. So Patrick or Aaron Ocon, but Ryan now, he leads a final lap of the race. V, I didn't think he would come back to get P2, but he could get P1 here, because if Ryan picks up a puncture here, that would be absolutely devastating, shocking, and kind of in this epic just drama. As Mac has now got past Aaron Ocon. Oh, and there's a bit of argy-bargy contact there. Aaron Ocon's trying to keep this P4, even though he probably will lose it to penalties. Tyres is caught up for this. Fresh soft tyres. I think he wanted to check Ryan just to make sure he hasn't got a puncture. V might get the win here. Aaron Ocon keeps P4. But it looks like Ryan might be safe for now. I mean, V's got penalties, so he might lose that position. Mac and Ty's are looking for Aaron Ocon. There's Max running around the outside, but Aaron Ocon's just not giving any room, and Ty's is trying to find a way. Ryan is still in P1 here, no punctures, looks like, possibly. But now, into the final corner. V's gonna hit. Oh, he's hit the rear. Patrick's gonna get the inside. V's gonna finish in P3 on top of Ryan. Is gonna take the win here in Bahrain. Patrick P2, V P3 for now. Aaron Ocon is gonna come around the final corner. Max gonna get P4 by 5/10. V takes P3. Stabby boys. Yeah. Doing Star why don't you? To be honest. What an end to the race, and you know, you just gotta feel for Kieran. He did so well in that race, led so many laps. He's weaving across the line. He's done what Stabby did, but it's that man who took the win. And he's got a puncture in the rear left now. I don't know when he got. Did he get down like the final lap? I don't know. But I gotta feel for Kieran. You know, it's painful watching that happen. I've never experienced something like that where you get a puncture in the final lap. Basically, not final lap, but Aaron Ocon gets out of the thing in the game. I would either give it to him or Patrick. And a very exciting race. And Ryan, I don't know when he got a puncture. I got the puncture like after the final lap. He takes the win here in Bahrain. 2 different winners in 2 races. I know it's only 2, but yeah. Patrick taking P2 and V taking P3. A very, very good day for Red Bull indeed. Gonna be very good for the constructors. So let's do a race rundown. Ryan takes the win here in Bahrain. Patrick finishing P2 and V taking P3 and said great race for Red Bull. Mac taking P4 in the Ferrari, ties P5 in the Mercedes, Alpha P6 in the Alpine. Aaron Ocon taking P7 on Williams. He finished P4 on track, but P7 because of the penalties. Stabby Boy P8, Brian P9, Thomas P10, Simon P11, Kieran P12, DBR P13, Alpha P14, Cronestro P15, the Bolts P16, P17 goes to Flynn, P18 Fresh, 19th Trey, and P20 is Hazard, the NFO. And that rounds up round 2 of Tier 4 Season 7. An action-packed race here in Bahrain. From basically lap 1 to lap 29, something was going on. That's what I like to see. I've been your host, Fascult. Join us next week where we are racing at where are we racing at? We are racing at China. So make sure to join us in same time. But as I said, I've been Fascult. It's been ICR Tier 4.